of them. You're wasting all your time and money on models. Paint what you have.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Model Club TV, episode 52. As always, my lovely co-host, Scott Johansson. I am Jason Walker. How are you today, sir?
I'm swell.
Swell?
Swell.
Swell's awesome. I made sure to remind myself to do this at the beginning of every episode. Our email for Model Club TV is modelclubtv@gmail.com. So if you want to send us an email, that's where you send it to, modelclubtv@gmail.com. And if you would like to leave us a voicemail, the phone number is 708-816-4299. 708-816-4299.
And CG Blade is only allowed to leave 30-second emails.
Yes, please try to keep the emails short.
And, not emails.
Well, emails too. Emails too, but voicemails especially.
Yeah, because emails get long. You got to listen to mumbles.
Yeah, you got to listen to me mumble through them. So I always forget. I've been forgetting to leave the email and the voicemail the last few episodes. So that's out of the way. Scott, how are you, sir?
How's your mouth?
Mouth is good. It feels
sure is pretty.
It's weird. I have to wait till November, I found out, before they can put the implant part in.
Yeah.
And then, but it's weird trying to chew on that side. And then it feels like I might have to go back. I don't want to even get into this really. But where they took the wisdom tooth out, it almost feels like there's bone starting to try and poke through my gum in one spot. So I don't know. Something might have gone wrong. But I went for my follow-up and everything was fine. But this kind of happened in the last week after the swelling has mostly gone away. But yeah,
probably
that's the saga of my mouth.
Right, chicken bone stuck in there.
I only eat chicken strips. Chicken tenders. Tendies. Actually, I'll have Jamie. I'm going to put a picture here. I'll have Jamie send me a picture that I took the other night. Because her high school niece makes fun of me for eating chicken tenders wherever we go. She said I eat like a child, which is true. Anyway, what's that's your joke? Are you done? Joke? What is this?
I went down the wrong tube.
Do we need to call 911?
No.
All right.
Mouth to mouth.
Special thanks. I want to send out a special thanks to Kurt, your buddy Kurt, and my buddy Kurt. I think more of your buddies. Yep, Kurt Cross. Dan Cherney and Heavy Metal Spike Ian. For all the help they give us. Kurt and Dan shared the hell. Dan especially shared, Dan Cherney shared this thing all over the place this last week. And we really, really appreciate that. And there was a noticeable jump in subscribers. So that's awesome. And
603, by the way.
What's that?
603.
603. I know. Can't believe it. We're getting close. Getting close to our 1,000. Which probably will never happen.
No, not until we get rid of you.
Go to hell. And Spike once again came through with an amazing picture. And these cannot be, these take time. So we truly appreciate these funny things that Spike makes. And wow. Well done.
Yeah. Also, too, we had a few people reach out to us about the new artwork that Well sent us.
Yeah.
And we're looking into one of those services that'll put it on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
And basically they send it to you. They put it on the shirt. They send it to you. We get a portion of it. Which will help with our shipping and stuff like that. So
I'm going to look at that versus doing them ourselves and see which one comes out better. But that we pretty much have decided that's going to be our t-shirt, but it's a matter of doing it.
And there's even a few of you sick bastards that have asked me if that's going to be an STL file. And hey, if Well wants to make it an STL file, he's got my permission.
Yeah, he has mine too.
Jason's permission. And
no one's gonna buy that though.
No one's gonna buy it. But man, we'll print it. We'll print a few and try to give them away. Yeah, it'll be the contest that nobody enters.
Yeah, I wouldn't enter it. So, but thank you guys. We really appreciate it. And it's weird. Like I kept seeing Dan's post everywhere and I was like, I felt awkward. my social anxiety kicked. I was like, oh God, stop. But it's because that's something I normally wouldn't do for myself. Thank you, Dan.
And I'm sitting there going,
you're blurry.
Why am I blurry? I know, because I did this. That's all I did. So Dan's sharing around. And what was funny is, so your social anxiety kicks in. And I'm sitting there going, this is what this asshole Walker should have been doing all the time. Okay.
I'm a terrible promoter. Yeah. Terrible.
Went to the Tony Cipriano School of Self-Promotion.
Yes, I did.
Tony, I want to thank Tony for coming on tonight. I'm still waiting on what time. So
this episode
Tony wants to come on. Yeah, Tony wants to come on, so we'll get him on one of these days. We got a couple possibilities.
This was probably the closest to an episode not coming out since the last time it almost didn't come out. We are recording 2 days before it's due, and I'm going back to work on Monday, and I am just not feeling it right now. I wanted to just sit on the couch and not do anything this weekend, and then I promised a guest. The guest never responded again, so we tried to get Tony, and Tony didn't respond. So we were waiting till last minute to try and get somebody. So you're stuck with us again, and the topic is kind of a sequel to last episode.
Yeah. And if you're upset about that, I want everyone to email Tony or Facebook Tony and say, hey, what the hell? Okay. Because Tony loves to hear from his fans.
He does. Okay. Oh, he totally does.
He is such a people person. Oh, there you go.
Speaking of which, there was some controversy on their interwebs. We're going to get into that a little bit later with some other stuff. So anyway, moving right along. Predator movie came out, Scott. Did you happen to watch Prey?
No, I did not. It felt to me like Pocahontas meets Predator. I don't know.
I did watch it, and we are going to go full spoiler warning right here. So if you don't want to hear about Prey, skip ahead a little bit.
Guess I have no choice.
Yeah, you don't, because you're not going to watch it anyway. Why are we wait for you? It wasn't as terrible as I thought it was going to be, but it was still not awesome. But it's getting great reviews. Scott, you're going to be surprised at my comment here. I love the dog in the movie, and it almost made me want to get a dog like this.
A German Shepherd?
No, it's called a Carolina dog. I found out. It was cool. The dog was great. The story itself, I like the premise. I'm so sick, and this is probably where I'm going to get in trouble. I'm so sick of the girl power stuff. There's a right way to do it and a wrong way, I think, to do it. And she starts out awesome and is awesome through the whole movie. And it's never like in the first Predator, Arnold almost dies. He gets his ass whooped. And in this one, it's kind of like she doesn't. I don't know. And the Predator itself is a decent design. The way I took it is it was a young Predator, and they eventually slowly, this was like a teenager or 20-something. As they get older, maybe their heads change. But I don't know why they keep changing the way the Predator looks and adding different species. And it just, I don't know. It's okay. It's worth watching. It is not awful. It ties into Predator 2. I'd like to hear other people's thoughts on it. It was okay. I liked it more than I thought it was going to. So that's Prey. That's Prey. I figure we better talk about it because Predators have such a long history of the garage kid hobby.
Great. So now we'll have another 108.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff. I've already seen just people sculpting their butts off with stuff from it, which is great.
God they don't make another Frankenstein movie.
All right, our giveaway this episode is the Pseudoverse Creations giveaway. We have 4 things we're going to give away here. We're going to give away a big prize pack of a Lady Death and a Beach Girl, and then 3 Beach Girls and some other stuff thrown in those boxes as it comes to. So we want to thank CG Blade and Pseudoverse Creations for these giveaways. We are going to go ahead and pull using
the Wheel of Death.
The Wheel of Death.
The Wheel of Fortune.
Let's see if it works. It worked. Okay. All right. Here we go. So this first one we're going to pull is for the double, the Lady Death and the Beach Girl.
How many entries did you have?
17. So
I was going to say, it looked like you had quite a few there.
All right, shuffling names and spinning. There we go. And around. Who's it going to be? Doesn't Bill Wilson win like every goddamn time?
Well, hey.
All right, Bill Wilson. You got the double. All right. Going to remove Bill Wilson. Let me write that down.
Yeah. It's probably a hard one for you to spell.
Big winner. All right, next. For a Beach Girl. Brian Schultz. Brian Schultz.
Brian Schultz?
Did he just win too?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Right.
It was Brian Donahue that just won.
Okay. And here we go. This is so weird compared to. Oh, Gutierrez, you keep getting close. Tony Lamb.
I was like, Tony's Lamb.
And Tony Lamb gave us something for review and for giveaway this episode. So awesome. And finally, I'm going to shuffle this and spin. Bruising. Your buddy Kurt. Isn't that him?
That's him.
All right. All right, Kurt. Congratulations, everybody. We'll be contact me at modelclubtv@gmail.com. And we will, let me throw that back up for a second. We will get that to you. modelclubtv@gmail.com. And we will get those things out to you. And thanks. Thank you, everybody, for entering.
Big feet.
The big feet. The big jar of feet. Do you have it next to you, Scott? Holding it up.
I'm going to explain this again because my co-host.
We had a disagreement.
No, we didn't have a disagreement. You were wrong.
So you're going to get an email later.
Clear. Okay. Last week, I said to start guessing between 50 and 200. Okay. By the way, I want to thank Mark McLaren for guessing 48. Wrong. But, that's okay, Mark. You try. So the idea of this is every week I will take the highest guess and the lowest guess. So basically the highest guess, I'll say, okay, it's lower than this. And the lowest guess, I'll say, but it's higher than this. So we will slowly narrow down that number. Okay. Now, what Jason thought I should do is take the highest guess closest to it and the lowest guess close to it. Okay.
Correct.
And I said, what if that narrows it down to a point where there's only maybe 5 guesses in between? What would you do? And then the light bulb went on and he says, oh yeah, I guess we can't do it that way. So,
but I still think that should be the right way to do it.
That isn't the right way to do it. That's not how you play the high-low game, you moron.
Oh, here we go. Okay. You're going to get an email about calling me a moron. It's coming. You had people upset with you. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, we got a lot of guesses.
We did.
And
first, wait, did anyone guess it head on?
No one guessed it head on. Okay. No one guessed it head on.
Okay.
So, the highest guess we had was 185.
185.
I can tell you it's lower than the 185.
Lower than 185.
And the lowest guess we had was 57, and I can tell you it's higher than 57.
Okay. So hold up that jar again.
So obviously, I don't have the jar. It's like way over there.
You got to get it because you have to show people for this episode in case they didn't see it last episode.
Okay, hold on. Frankenstein.
See, I have to do everything around here all the time. To do everything.
Okay, I don't have headphones in, so I can still hear you.
Oh, damn it.
Okay. Here we go.
There's the jar of feet.
The jar of feet.
All right, so it is higher than 57
lower than 185.
Okay.
And here I'm going to give you another hint. You ready? It's none of the numbers that were guessed.
All right. That would, duh.
Okay. So if you're going to guess again, which I encourage everyone to guess again, okay? If you guess a number that somebody already guessed in the comments, I'm disqualifying you. Okay. No, I'm not. But anyway.
No, hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Scott's contest that he's running. So do not complain to me when things don't go right. All right, cool.
High, low.
Right, that's the feat.
So we are now lower than 185, higher than 57.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Keep those guesses coming. And what did they win on that? That was the Worthling. The Gaius, what is it?
Gira's Rage.
Gira's Rage.
Right? From the War of the Gargantuas. And a quarter scale Creature from the Black Lagoon hand from Pestilence Labs and Mark Worthling.
The guy that sent me all these stinking feet.
There's the feet.
Okay.
So, thank you, Pestilence Labs. We'll get back to them a little bit later as well.
I'm going to give it one full rotation here. How fast can you count?
There we go. Okay. All right. So, Tony Lamb, Hunk of Junk Productions reached out to me and said he watches the show and he wanted to give us, I saw him at Wonderfest too, but he said, "Hi guys, Guyver Relic Spacecraft from the movie Guyver Dark Hero. Great show. I watch it fortnightly. No buy about it. Tony Lamb at Hunk of Junk Productions." So, shut up. And I am still correct based the definition. So we have this. It is I saw this and I told him when I saw it, I want to buy one because I saw this at Wonderfest and it was his build up in the contest. And it is our first spaceship we're going to give away. And it's from the movie Guyver Dark Hero, the live action Guyver movie. And I love this ship. It's a great design and it's a great kit. I have mine here because when he reached out to me, I'm like, oh, I wanted to buy that. Thanks for reminding me. So I'm going to pull this out here. And
sound effects are extra.
The kit comes with a picture. It is, I think it was 3D sculpted and then cast. So this is the top part here, solid. And then you get a bunch of parts for the legs, things. Great little model kit. And we're going to get to another kit he has coming out when we get to news and reviews. But Tony Lamb, thank you so much for this donation. And someone's going to get a really cool Guyver ship next week. So that's it. We're giving one of those away. And I bought one. And the other kit. So this is an alien themed giveaway this week. So if you're interested, and we're not going to do separate things. So if you're interested in any of these, you may get one. You could work out a trade with someone else later on. But the first one is the Guyver Dark Hero ship. The second giveaway is from Paul Gill, and it is the Close Encounters, and it is Paul Gill of Gillman Productions, the Close Encounters of the Third Kind Alien. So we have that as well.
Which, if you put a beard on it, you can customize it into a Close Encounters Jason Walker. And the way the hand is out, you could have it dropping something.
True. You could dropping the mic when I. It totally does look like a drop in the mic pose. All right. So thank you, Paul Gill. If you would like that alien, there's yours. And then the next, Scott, we have what?
I have this Micromania geometric design Predator figure. And it's one of their Micromania line. And we got a picture of it here as well.
And who sent that?
Phil Kupka actually donated that to us a little while back. So right after Wonderfest, actually. And I forgot about it. It was sitting at my desk. So here it is. And yeah.
Okay.
There it is.
So we have 3 kits you can win next week. I'm also going to throw in this for this batch of giveaways next time is our mystery donor that gave us a bunch of stuff a few episodes ago. I'm going to put in, if you're in for, he gave us 2 packs of paintbrushes. So this will also be in the running, is this giant bundle of paintbrushes. There's 2 of these. So we'll put this one in there as well. So aliens themed models and some paintbrushes for next episode. So in the comments, What should they leave?
And this is your contest.
Just type in aliens and you'll be in.
Wow.
It's pretty easy.
You're the most creative person I've ever seen in my life.
So in the comments next episode, please type in aliens, or for this episode, type in aliens, and we will be in the running for one of those awesome kits. Thank you to everybody. And Tony Lamb will get back to you when we talk in a few minutes. Okay. Next, news and reviews, Scott.
Okay.
First thing,
let's talk about this. We have talked about it for almost a year, and we have actually set a date at this point. And it will be September 17th of this year, 2022. And we're going to call it our first annual Model Club Barbecue.
MCTV BBQ.
Or cookout. Let's call it a cookout.
Cookout, yeah, because we're not barbecuing.
Because we're really not barbecuing.
We are not Rick Cantu. We are not barbecuing.
No. So we'll have burgers, hot dogs,
brats.
Brats. I might be able to coerce my wife into making some chili.
Yeah, we can get. Maybe I'll make chili actually.
So my wife makes award-winning chili.
Ooh, we should have a chili cook-off.
So anyway, so there'll be food, drink, probably nothing more than beer. So if you want something other than beer, although we don't want anyone getting inebriated and having to spend the night at Jason's. So
maybe I want that.
But anyway, so it'll be September 17th. We don't have
Saturday.
a time yet. It's
Yeah.
a Saturday. So we don't have a time yet, but it'll probably be, what do you think? I'm thinking in the 1 o'clock range.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the 1 o'clock range. Yeah. And it'll be at my house. And anyone that's interested in coming, because we got to get some feedback here, folks. Okay. So anyone that looks at their calendar and says, I can make this, and you're not bound by blood or anything.
Just, yeah, we need a
RSVP us to Model Club TV, and Jason will forward them to me.
Okay.
Well, because Jason won't give me the password to Model Club TV.
No, I was going to have them just email you.
Okay, email me.
Or message you on Facebook. Get a hold of Scott. If
Yeah.
you want to send it to me at Model Club, I'll forward it over to Scott, but Scott's handling the guest list.
So, and the reason we're asking for a little bit of an RSVP, just so we got an idea how many people are going to be
And
here.
how much we got to buy food-wise. So
Okay. If we have at least 5, we're going to have it.
Yeah.
If we have at least 5, we need at least 5, not counting us. So,
which I heard a rumor. There's people that are planning on coming from far away. So we might already have hit our 5. So
But
could this be the beginnings of a show? We never know.
Never know.
We'll see.
I mean, this is Jersey Fest started out as a bunch of friends getting together, and it turned into the show.
We've been kicking that idea around.
And I think a Chicago show would be great.
Well, let's start out with a cookout.
let's start with a cookout.
Yeah,
cookout's a lot less money.
Yeah.
So, and the cookout will cost you Zippo, nothing.
Zippo. Unless I don't know, people who are coming in from out of town, lodging is an issue, which we got to figure out. There are hotels in the area. I know Scott doesn't have a ton of room. I don't have a ton of room, but could people camp in your backyard? They bring a tent.
Camp in my backyard. We'll figure something out. Okay.
They could camp in my backyard.
We'll figure it out. So
yep, September 17th. That will
September 17th. And if there's vegetarians coming and you make me aware of that, we'll make veggie burgers or some kind of vegetarian. We'll
special diabetes food for one person if that
whatever it takes. Yeah.
Think of a name for this. I would love someone to come up with a cool name for this.
Model Club Med.
Yeah. Cool.
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway. So that's happening. We're going to actually do it. If
September 17th.
5 people.
So we need 5 people.
Okay.
5. And I already know there's 2 guys local that we're going to have to jump on. And that's
I'm not jumping on any guys.
What's the one guy you went? Well, it wouldn't be the first time. What one guy you went to his house? Greg?
Yeah.
So we got Greg. I know there's another gentleman too that's in the area.
Are we allowing wives and girlfriends or husbands? I know Jamie already wants to go, so I have to say.
Oh, well, if Jamie wants to go, sure. My wife will be here. I'm sure.
We don't care. You want to bring anyone else? That's fine.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Let's get all the women wind up.
Yeah.
Okay. I do have a swimming pool that may still or may not be open at that point if it's warm.
Depending on the weather. Yep.
Depending on the weather.
There's a hot tub though too, right?
There's a hot tub.
Oh boy.
A bunch of model guys in the hot tub.
Oh god.
There you go.
There's the picture.
Model club hot tub. Ow. Burned myself. So
oh god, I just thought of like
this will be a rain or shine event because I could probably fit 20, 30 people in my garage that's back there, and I can still cook out in the rain. So it's we'll make this work even if it rains. All so there's plenty of parking here at my house. And what else? That's it.
Yeah.
September 17th.
Yep. Well, we'll
be there.
Be it.
Or be square.
And it's open to everybody. It's not like if you want to fly in, that's cool. Like,
yeah, if you want to spend money to come eat burgers and hot dogs with us for a few hours, knock yourself out. If you want to bring something you're working on, we'll set up table. If you want to bring anything you want to sell,
we could even, if people like, if the weather is good, if we want to set up a table and people want to sand a model kit, work on stuff, that'd be cool. Have a little, that'd be cool. So, all right, moving on. Our next this episode is kind of like a bookkeeping episode. This is, I don't know. After our last episode, it kind of inspired me to try this. And it kind of goes against everything I was saying last episode in terms of splintering the hobby, because this is just one other place to do it. But I created a Discord channel for us. And for everyone over 40, which I'm included, and I only know this because of the video game.
It is a Discord channel.
Yeah. Discord is it's a app, computer program that is a chat, and almost like it reminds me a lot of the old mail lists because of the way it kind of keeps everything in one thread based on that channel. So there's also a video or a voice channel as well. So if you want to get on there and just, there's people on there all the time talking. So we have a Discord channel now for Model Club TV, and the invite for it will be in the description of this episode. That invite only lasts for 7 days, and then I have to refresh it. So I'll keep, if you want to get on the Discord, email me and I'll send you an invite if it's not working. But every episode, I'm going to put a new link to our Discord channel.
So if this is like a chat, are we going to have a chat time maybe too? Or we
that's what I was thinking. We could set up weekly chats and just say, hey, we're all going to be on at this time. I'll send it out via Instagram or the webpage. Or not the webpage, but the Facebook page, and say, hey, we're going to be on there and chat. We don't have to be on there either. That's the cool thing. If 3 listeners or viewers want to get in there and just start talking, the channel is there and anybody can kind of go in there. I broke it up to like a general posting. You can post images, you can post links. There's a new kit section. So if you have a new kit you want to promote, you can throw it in that channel. There's a 3D printing channel. There's a general garage kit channel. And then there's the voice, or not voice. I think there's the voice chat, and I think there is an option to do video. I'm not sure. I have to look and see if that's available to us without paying. So
we're just starting.
And it's, again, when I first started using Discord, I really didn't like it because it is hard to figure out. So I know for our audience, it might be difficult. But once I kind of got the hang of it, it works. So please check out Discord, download the program, and then go hit the link in the description for our channel. And we'll be on there.
So if someone subscribes and you decide, okay, we're going to have a chat this Friday, can you make it so they'll get an email saying there'll be a chat this Friday?
I don't know. I don't know if I think there's notifications that might go out. I can put, if you go and look at what we did, you were complaining that you had I made you an admin of there. So you have all the permissions that I do, and your title is the talent. So Scott, you are in there, and it's not like you have no control over it. So, because you complain about that all the time. So that's
I don't complain about it. No. I tell people all the time, this is your deal. Okay. But keep in mind, I'm a free agent. I can go anytime. Okay. So that's for one. I'm making I'm doing this for no money.
I am also doing it for no money.
All right.
All right. So yeah, check out the Discord channel, please.
And we'll set up chats by next episode. We'll maybe set up a weekly or
if anyone's working on kits and you want to just
chat,
put it in your ear and talk.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Well, yeah, because like the Gremlins chats used to be like Wednesday nights at 7:00.
And you know what? I think maybe we should do that and just kind of pick a day. It's just with everything going like with work right now, it's going to be a little messy. But
again, we don't have to be there.
Well, we don't. Anybody can go on there and use it.
Matter of fact, go there and talk about us.
Yeah. The talk shit channel. We need one.
Yeah, why I hate Scott Johansson.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And why Jason's so handsome.
Yeah. That people that are blind wouldn't be able to read that, and those are the only people that would think that.
Okay. All right. Back to Tony Lamb and Hunk of Junk Productions. So we saw this at Wonderfest. This is a Medusa he is releasing along with the Guyver craft. So if you're interested in any of these, head on over. I'm going to put the links down below, but it's Hunk of Junk Productions, and it is, the link will be below. It links to another site, and I'll get it on there. But he's a listener. He loves our show. Said he listens all the time, which I told him I'm sorry. The base is 8. This is a huge kit, by the way. Huge. The base is 18 inches across, and the kit is 1/12 scale. And each head is a 3D print of 50 snakes. Lots of snakes. So the head is 3D printed. The rest is resin cast. We cut back on the thickness of the base by half and took the other column in the back out to save on resin. So this is a huge kit. It is large. Tony Lamb, thank you so much. Head on over to Hunk of Junk Productions or look up Tony Lamb on Facebook. He's on there as well if you're interested in the Guyver kit or the Medusa. Beautiful stuff. I really love the Guyver ship. I love it.
That Medusa. It's like,
it is one long snake.
That's now gone from, boy, I wouldn't want to cast that too. I wouldn't want to paint that.
No.
So,
no, snakes are tough. Like, and when I painted that was like a snake person for the Wonderfest contest one time, and I didn't want to do a pattern, so I just kind of made it look like a black snake, and it was, I think that's the way to go sometimes, so you don't get all crazy over it. Great piece, and I like that he's mixing in 3D printing as well. So awesome. Our winner update, Scott.
Well has added the last 2 pieces to his Dastardly and their flying machines, and we have Zilly and his plane, and then we have the Yankee Doodle Pigeon, which I had to have Well change the name because he had it as something else, and I was like, yeah, you got to change that, buddy. And then Well has put together this base for all these, and so the 2 spots, the Dick Dastardly goes there, and the pigeon goes right in the middle. So it's like a display base for all of these things. And it's really cool.
I think it's going to be
it's going to be massive.
Massive.
Okay. But it's really cool. So if you're a fan of this, though, wow. Yeah, that's all I can say.
Yeah, totally. But you said you talked to Well into breaking this up into multiple pieces, right?
Yeah, so it can be printed. Like, I know each part that something sits on is going to be a separate piece.
Okay.
But I think he's still going to have to break that base up.
Yeah, totally. That's cool. I really like that.
Yeah, and he's still got his Patreon going. I think this might be part of that. This is considered a diorama, possibly. I don't know.
You went blurry.
Oh, I did go blurry. So yeah, and he's still got his Patreon going, so you can join his Patreon and probably get in on some of this too. So
yeah, awesome. Thank you, Well, and thank you again for the drawing. Still can't get over how cool it is.
And we got a lot of good feedback on that too. On the drawing.
Yeah, we did. We totally did. Okay. Again, back to Paul Gill and Gillman Productions. This is number 1 is the name of the kit, and it is a quarter scale piece, 2-piece bust sculpted by Jeff Yeager. So if you're interested in this, this is not an exclusive to Yeager Army or anything. This is a Paul Gill piece, and it is quarter scale from a very popular Netflix series, and it is, I think, the best version of this so far that I have seen. I did purchase one to print from Cults from a sculptor, And it is not nearly as good as what this is. This is the best version of number one that I have seen so far. So if you are into like fan of this series, fan of any of this is well worth picking up. And I will be at some point here. This is, I think, awesome.
Well,
awesome.
And we're going to come back to this when we have a discussion in a few minutes. So,
we are?
Yeah. Well, I find it interesting that, so you bought one because you like the character,
mm-hmm.
A 3D sculpted one.
Yep.
Yet here's a clay sculpted one that is just, in your mind, way superior.
I think it is. So I really do. We could talk about it now. I think, I could go grab it. Hang on. The one, it's good. I think there's a bunch that are terrible on Cult. And I printed this kind of small. And it's kind of, well, let me do this. I'll pull this camera down. So you can't see it, but they'll see it at home. It's good, but I think Jeff's details are far superior on Paul's. There's some stuff here that's not nearly as detailed, like the tentacles and things. There's some stuff on here that's good, and I think if this person spent just a little more time, it would have been awesome. But Paul's is fantastic. So if you're interested in that, please go ahead and pick that up. It is, I think, well worth what he's charging for it. So yeah, and again, clay sculpt sometimes is better.
And what else do we have?
This next piece this is from William Paquette, and it is Dorian Gray, the portrait of Dorian Gray, his version of it. It's an original piece. It's 1/6 scale, and it's $120. And I think this is beautiful as well. I love William's style, always have, and this is an art piece to me more than anything. I really love the way this is painted with the rust and the patina. I love this is how I do my sculpture stuff, my abstract things. I love the rust. It almost looks like, and I want to know if they use the weathering, like the real metal paint with the patina stuff on it, because that's what it looks like. It is beautiful rust. But if you don't know the story of Dorian Gray, definitely worth reading, checking that out. But this is great. I just love that.
And this is available through Paul as well?
Yep, available through Paul as well. William Paquette sculpt, original piece, 1/6 scale. So that's pretty big, actually. And $120. Well done. I love this piece. Love it. Love it.
Alrighty.
Okay. Moving
on.
Jesse.
Deja vu. I'm going to call this deja vu a little bit. Jesse is doing his own version of the Millicent Patrick kit. And very similar to the other one. I mean, that's not a secret. So, I'll throw it out there. It's very similar to the one that Dan Gardan is doing. And I know that they've spoken. There's not bad blood about it. There's not.
And the one that Mike Calvert did as well, right?
And there's one that Mike Calvert did, and they're all aware of each other doing it, and they've spoken like adults, and no one has a problem with the other person doing anything. And here we go. So this is still rough out photos or renders by Jim Maddox, and unfortunately we taped before Jesse's going to release. Probably by the time this episode goes out, there's going to be newer pictures, but for time's sake, we didn't have the time to wait. So, we'll throw these pictures up. But
if I see them before editing, I'll stick them in there. So
yeah. Maybe. I'm going to talk to Jesse in the morning. If I can get them here, they may get in on time. But, again, these are all a lot of them are going to be the rough out photos, and, it's renders by Jim Maddox. So there we go. I know, I've seen a few things. This has already been done, blah, 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 blah. Hey, that's between the producers. I'm not getting in the middle of it. And from what I understand, they've all spoken and everything's copacetic. So if anyone's got a problem, contact the producers. So, which of course they never will. That's how it works. They'll just talk. They won't do anything. But
from Pestilence Labs, and this is let me throw Mark's thing up here. The button. I'm working a new system today as well, so I'm reading in a different space than I normally is. All right, from Pestilence Labs. This was taken from his post on Facebook, and I'm going to pull that down.
You want me to read it?
Nope. Hey all, I would like to offer something special today, and I'm hoping that folks will be interested in supporting this. Sadly, we lost a beautiful person this week, Olivia Newton-John. She has been battling cancer for nearly 30 years. I think all of us have either personally suffered this battle or have loved ones or friends who have. As many of you know, Frank Winspur and I collaborated on a project having Jeff Yeager sculpt a beautiful 1/6 scale figure of Olivia Newton-John in her role as Sandy from the beloved film Grease. This was mainly Frank's baby, and I was merely trying to help with getting the kit out there. We would like to offer this beautiful 1/6 scale Jeff Yeager kit for just $99 plus a flat shipping $11 anywhere in the US and $26 to Europe. I will cover any additional shipping costs. And for every kit that is purchased, we are donating $10 to Olivia's Cancer Foundation charity. Even if we only sell 10 kits, that's $100 towards her foundation. I would like to see us sell many more than that. Kits are ready to go and will ship immediately with no waiting. Please send me any questions you may have, and I will be happy to answer. The kit was originally $125 plus shipping, so getting a beautifully sculpted Jeff Yeager 1/6 scale kit for only $99 doesn't happen that often, and we'll be supporting a good cause. Thank you for your time, and please just shoot me a PM if you would like to support this fundraiser. Paint Up Picture by David Fisher. So this is awesome, and I'm really proud of them doing this. So please support this charity. I just know somebody that just passed away from cancer over the couple days ago too. So it sucks. Mm-hmm. And if you can do anything, if you can reach out there, you can even you don't want the kit. Here's the information for her charity. You can, donate outright if you want, but try and get it to Mark. A big giant lump sum from Mark will look, I think, probably pretty cool. So
did we gave one of these away too, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We did.
And the castings were beautiful. Yeah. It is a beautiful kit.
It's a beautiful kit.
Okay. And Jason has never seen Grease, just so everyone knows.
It's true.
But
I've seen parts of it. I've never sat down and watched Grease though.
But no, it was a beautiful paint up by Dave. And I'll say something, and it's Olivia Newton-John obviously isn't the kill your mother, kill your father music that you listen to.
No, but that's how I didn't even know she was in Grease. I just knew her from Let's Get Physical.
And, so she had a pretty prolific country and then broke into the pop scene career. The one thing I want to say, and maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, please someone correct me. She was a refreshing person anytime I saw her in a talk show. You never saw her in tabloid scandals. You never saw any craziness about her. Everything you ever saw about her was positive. And I wish there were more celebrities like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there was some tabloid fodder, but I don't recall ever seeing any. So it's, sounds like a really nice person. Lost a battle, but she fought very valiantly.
Cancer sucks, man. And you know it, on your end. So it's just, if you can donate, please do so. Really sucks. Gilbert, trying to, that's a hard segue. From Gilbert, from Paul Gill and Mike Calvert, the new company they have coming out. Here's some updated pics that I had seen last time, but didn't have a chance to get them on, of the Judge Dredd kit they have coming out. So look up Gilbert over on Facebook and check it out. I love this kit too.
And I think Paul told me that this is going to be a 3D parts, cast part mix. And I want to say he told me that, was it the badge or the helmet or both were scans or whatever of the original prop.
Oh, really?
And so the accuracy is definitely there, I guess.
Please go watch this movie, Scott. Please go watch Dredd.
Get rid of it.
You're gonna.
And a few people have asked me, what's going on with this Gilbert thing. Okay, what you know. And the way it was explained to me is, as we know, Mike's having a lot of issues shipping to the US where a lot of his customer base is. So they've kind of joined forces where I guess, Paul will be casting and shipping the kits from the US. So to save on the shipping and stuff like that. So that's the gist of it. Yeah, it's nothing crazy. It's nothing political. They're not trying to take over the world or anything crazy.
So, well, maybe they are, but it has nothing to do with this.
So there we go.
A world run by Calvert and Gill. Oh boy.
Yeah.
That might not be too terrible. I don't know. Here we have from Ed Bradley. I noticed this the other day, and I think Eric Askew sculpted the base that's been changed. But I just want to read what he wrote. Sculpted by William Arias Valdez. I recently took over production of a Hellboy kit, and I wanted to post the images of the updated kit. I changed the original base to be more movie accurate. Kits will be available soon. 3D print to order. All comments welcome. And I know he's offering this in different scales eventually. I think you'll be able to kind of get what you want out of that. So if you're interested in the movie version of Hellboy, this is a great kit from Ed Bradley. Look him up on Facebook, and I think it's Hey Painter Guy on Instagram. So I will put up the link and info for that. I am not, and this is no way, I am more an like comic version of Hellboy. I don't like the movie Hellboy that much, but that's a great, I really love that base of the Samael, and it's a good Hellboy. It really is. All right, Workbench. Scott. Scott, what you got?
What have I got? Well,
What'd you
as many
finally
of you know,
bring in the
last
house?
episode, today actually, I brought
First of all,
in.
how long did it sit in your garage?
A couple weeks, I think.
Did you set up the other Saturn?
No.
Oh my God.
No, I have to go get something for that tomorrow first. So I have to get, so my Saturn's on a wooden platform.
Okay.
With adjustable feet. And the reason being is you can't level the original Saturn by the feet. So I have a wooden, I buy like a cutting block or something,
Gotcha.
And I screw these little feet. They're about 3 inches tall. And then I was able to level it. Your 3D printer does not have to be level for any reason other than you want to keep your resin level in the vat so you don't get this. Okay. You basically match the build plate to the screen, and you could print sideways if you could figure out a way to keep the resin in there. Okay. Yeah. So it's the for leveling the machine itself, so that the vat's good. That's why the other one's not set up. This Jupiter comes with leveling feet.
Great.
So I don't have to go through that. And can you see my little Model Club TV thing on the top of there?
I do.
Yeah, that's a little thing I printed a while back. And there's also, I've got a photo here. This comes with a nice little plastic toolbox with tools and everything for whatever you have to do to this thing. So a couple extra FEP sheets. I took a picture here of the Saturn build plate next to the Jupiter build plate.
Cool.
Okay. And if you turn that Saturn build plate the other way, horizontal or vertically.
Yeah.
Okay. It's really like slightly taller than this. Okay. But you could fit about 2 1/3 wide on that build plate. So I'd say that build plate is over 2 times the area of the Saturn. So what that does, for those of you that are still learning, say I printed something. Let's just say I printed this on the Saturn. Okay. And it took me 4 hours. But now let's say I wanted to print 4 of them. On the Saturn, I could maybe put 2, so it would be 8 hours of printing. On the Jupiter, I could put 4 on there, and it's only 4 hours of printing.
Yeah.
So it speeds up the process a little bit, and you can also print bigger things.
Speaking of bigger things, I have this picture. Jamie Sy got his Jupiter as well, and
it had it printing within like 30 seconds.
He had it up and running within an hour, I think. But he scaled up this Savage Dragon over 200%. Look how big that is. Bigger than quarter scale. It's got to be bigger than quarter scale.
Yeah,
that's awesome. So cool. The stuff.
That's the kind of stuff we can do.
Yep.
With Elegoo.
As far as the workbench on my end, I finally finished all of my printing for all my hobby station stuff on the build bench and here. I feel relieved. I can actually start working again on stuff. No, everything's not torn up, so that's where we are.
How many total hours of print do you think that was?
I have no idea. I started printing the parts for this in April, I think. Each box took a day or something. I don't. It's stupid. It was dumb. I was dumb. I spent a lot of money too. I thought it was going to save me money, but I haven't. Because most hobby stations, when you see them, like I just saw a Kickstarter for one today, and it's really only like this big. And I'm like, I don't want that. I want something that's. So it's been kind of a labor of love. I really am liking these Kallax shelves though. Or no, Skatus. Kallax is a different thing. From IKEA, it's the Skatus shelves and all the stuff you can print for these pegboards. But yeah, man, I'm glad it's done. And I can start working on stuff again, which I did. It's going to be cool. I'm excited to start working again. You ready for our topic?
Oh, a little continuation of last week's topic because we didn't get enough backlash over last week.
So it's kind of like a sequel. It's kind of like a hodgepodge of stuff. There was controversy this week, Scott, on the interwebs, on Facebook, and we're going to get to some of that. I do want to go over just kind of follow up on some of the things we talked about last week. And it goes into our Discord channel. Again, the link is below. That may be another splinter, which is something we were complaining about, but maybe it'll work better for us and make it feel, because David Horvath said to me in an email, he's like, he kind of misses the way the old boards feel like a family. And you don't get that on Facebook because it is so spread out. So I'm kind of hoping the Model Club TV Discord channel might end up feeling that way. But I had asked people to just kind of list in that first comment on the page of all the different Facebook groups. And in the brief list that I came up with and some other people added in, I just want to read them off real quick. Resin Friends, Resin Maniacs, The Clubhouse, Pseudoverse, we put that in there. Resin Lounge, Unbelievable World of Garage Kits, The Garage Kit Compendium, Resin Garage Kit Modeler Society, New and Upcoming Figure Model Garage Kits, Resin Vinyl Model Kits, Statues, Tips and Tricks, Resin Garage Kit Painted Statues Sell and Buy, Garage Kits, Figure Model Kits, there are 2 of them, Female Figure Modelers, Model Kits, Resin Vinyl Plastic, Model Builders Asylum. These are ones that I found that I was in. And then Roy Barrel sent me
Weathered Models. You didn't put Weathered Models in here.
Oh yeah, Weathered Models is another one. I think I was looking for ones that are more specific when I was doing my
Garage Kit
one. But Roy Barrel sent me in the most extensive, crazy list of the groups that he's in. And I'm going to put the pictures up here. I'm going to kind of let it go by as a slideshow because I can't even read all these. And this is what I meant when things feel splintered. So if you start going through this, he gave me 11 screen grabs of, I think it's 11, of groups on Facebook. Figure Model Kit Instruction Sheet, Data Bank, IPMS, East Side of Detroit 50s and 70s, Cult TV Man, Monster Attack Team. There are so many different that kind of fit into there that this is exactly what I was talking about. Is there's no, and the thing that sucks is I don't see, even if I was in all of these, Facebook doesn't show you all of it when someone posts in there. It just doesn't happen. So unless you're going out of your way to go to each one of these specifically, how do you how do you keep up?
And then if you do post in all of them, you have people that see the same post. Like I saw the one that Dan shared. probably 7 or 8 times because he posted in groups that I was in. And so it showed up.
I just did some math, Scott. Are you ready? Check my math. Each one of these little screen grabs has 9. And if there's 11 pictures, it's 99. Yeah, it's like 100
pictures.
12 pictures for each one? 12.
Well, no, there's 12. No, there's 12 total lists.
12 total lists. So there's 9.
No, there's more than that. Hold on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15.
15 lists. So 15 times 99. I mean, 15 times 12.
15 times 9.
9. I'm an idiot.
You ready now?
1, 2, 3.
It's 135.
So 135 groups just that he sent me.
Now, some of these are.
Some of them are very specific. Like the
some of them are
Mash and Krieger, North America, Mob, like, that kind of stuff.
Some of them are producer specific, which that's not what we're talking about.
Right. We're talking more just the hobby groups. But it's a lot. And then you have the clubhouse on top of that. And now we're throwing our but I think it'll be the first Discord channel.
I also want to say that there were a few people that commented that maybe we should start a group and try to bring everything in our group. And Mike Calvert had an interesting idea.
Yeah.
For sure. And the problem is, I don't think either of us have time or want to even have to deal with it.
And then I think Calvert's post got me to thinking of the Discord thing, because that can run without us there. We can have those channels set up in there. Like, make a page for horror, make a part for the, like, if you like whatever people kind of want to do. I'd love to grow that with our community and try and figure out the best way to make Discord work for everybody. Which brings me to Instagram. I talked a lot about Instagram last week. So I spent a long time kind of paying attention to what I see on Instagram. So I purposely went out and followed the hashtag Garage Kit to see what I would see as scrolling through it. It did not work as well as I had hoped. That hashtag Garage Kit, everything that almost came up was anime stuff. And it was rare that I would see something that was a Garage Kit in our sense of it. The one that I think comes up when I tested hashtags on there, like scale modeling, vinyl kit. When you go to the hashtag vinyl kit, I'll throw up, if I have a chance, I'll throw up a screen grab. I don't even know how to say this. It was the weirdest thing. It's a bunch of babies. So there must be vinyl baby dolls that people paint to look as realistic as possible. That's when you go to Vinyl Kit on Instagram, it's babies, fake babies, which is strange. So the one that I think works the best.
That's not the strangest Instagram you follow.
That's not actually, but it was weird. I didn't expect it. I think the best one that worked is hashtag Resin Kit was the one that came up with the most garage, like our kind of stuff. And you got some miniatures that were mixed into there. So if you're on Instagram, I would suggest following hashtag Resin Kit and hashtag Model Club TV. So if people just throw that in anything they post, we can start building the Model Club TV hashtag and have more model kits show up in there. AFM. So Scott, we got a glimpse. What did we get a glimpse of this past couple?
Well, we got a glimpse of the shit show that we talk about happens sometimes.
Yes. Evil Scott came out for a visit.
Evil Scott had to come out. And there's a gentleman, I'm not going to say his name. Everyone saw it, knows who
Everyone
it is.
saw it. Yeah.
And he posted a question about basically why is AFM still $10 if it's not printed? And there was another little troll that got on there that was just a jerk. Okay. And he made Evil Scott come out for a little while, but it's safe now. Wait, there's a spider.
Oh, Evil Scott's killing spiders.
Oh, he's gone. He got away. Man, he's fast. Hold on. Get that. Oh, he's gone. He walks across my desk and startles me. He's about this big.
Just name him and then keep him as a pet.
No, he's going. No. He's going. He was crawling on me one day. That pissed me off too. And I'm not spider phobic, but stay off me. Okay. Hey,
Okay.
what?
Nothing.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm going to plant a nice big kiss on you next to myself.
Let's go back. Yeah, I'm going to put my tongue so far down your throat, you're going to never go back. So,
once you go Scott, you never go back. Oh my God.
Once you go Scott, you forget. Okay, anyway, edit that out.
No, I'm going to beep it and I'm going to.
So anyway, you okay?
Tired. Okay.
Oh, anyway.
Wow. All right. AFM. So some troll got on there.
No one understands that. I don't want to say no one understands. A lot of people understood. Okay, first of all, the importance that AFM has had on the hobby. Okay, we don't want to lose it. Okay, and I know I for one would prefer it was printed at this point too.
I agree, and I wanted to say this too. I get it, and I think you get it. You get holding a magazine and collecting. We're collectors. We like stuff. But as I talked about with my Hobby Japan, I'm out of room. Okay. And I was one of those people who was like, oh man, I really want the magazine. I like it's tough, but we're going to explain a little bit here.
So gentlemen ask, why is it still $10? And I think this person has a lot going on in his life, unfortunately. And I felt he did this to stir the pot for no reason. And my first response was, if you want to know why it's still $10, why don't you call Terry and talk to him about it? And trust me, I'm sure Terry will talk to him for an hour as to why it's $10 still. Okay.
2 hours.
2 hours at least. So, and I don't even, it's been so long now, I can't even remember everything that was said, but it was just, then some asshole troll got on there. See, Evil Scott is still not like happy with this guy. But I can tell you the guy got booted from the group. Okay. That was on. And this post was made in a few spots and the different groups handled it differently. No, that was something else. Sorry, never mind. Scratch it. More controversy. There was a lot of controversy.
There was a lot of I don't know. Maybe we stirred the pot by bringing up the internet, but there was a lot that happened since the last episode.
There was a few arguments. There was a disagreement between a producer and a sculptor, and it
all hit the fan at once.
I've heard through the grapevine another guy got banned from a group and all that. And this is exactly what we were talking about last time. It's just, if you take a piece of wood and you keep splintering it down, you end up with a fragile toothpick. Okay. And that's the best analogy I can come up with.
Yeah.
Okay. You splinter a 2x4 enough, you're going to have a fragile toothpick that's not strong enough for anything.
Yeah.
And so I really hate to see all these feuds and all this other stuff continuing. I don't think we made a dent in any of that with our episode. No. I expected that we were going to piss a few people off, and we didn't.
Well, we might have, but we didn't hear about it.
We didn't hear about it. Yeah. And and I can tell you, I don't know about you, I got many PMs asking, hey, how was the backlash on that? Did you guys get a lot of backlash? I
didn't get it. Because you're the friend of the people. You're the one that has their pulse. You're the thumb on the pulse of everybody.
So, and surprisingly, no, we didn't get any backlash. Matter of fact, a lot of people liked the way we handled the thing. And that's why I hated Evil Scott to come out, because I apologize. I don't like Evil Scott to come out anymore. But this guy just pushed and pushed and pushed till he got his just reward. And I was still kind of nice about it. But
you were. I think you I knowing where it could have gone with you, I want to say thank you for not going whole hog on it. But Terry called me about some other stuff and then brought this up. And he said thank you to us for commenting in there and kind of explaining why AFM is $10. And some of the other things I said was Terry and David are not getting rich publishing AFM, either as a paper magazine and most definitely now as a digital thing. I explained to him because I used to fight someone else's battles for them all the time, and I got burned by that person big time. And I'm not saying Terry and David would do that to me or you or any of us, but it would be nice to have Terry or David get on and comment on some of that stuff, so it comes straight from them. But when I said that to Terry, he said I can't. It's hard for them to do that. So for anyone who's wondering why Terry doesn't comment, here's why. If he got on there for every time someone said something bad about AFM or any sort of controversy, he'd be on there all the time. So I get
because
that.
It would lead to more. Right. It would lead to more. Oh, now we're under Terry's skin.
Right.
Let's poke him a little more.
I totally get it. I totally get it. But I think sometimes there's certain things that come up that something from Terry would go a long way. And this was one of those times. So he even told me, he said, I talked to him 5 days ago, and he had just cut checks based on that last issue. And they were waiting to pay off certain things. And they didn't make, you guys, it's not making a lot of money, to be completely honest. And so for it to stick around, it's going to take people supporting it. So I wanted to real quick go over this a little bit and explain, because the guy was like, why is it this way? So first of all, Jamie he brought up a good point. You're renting server space now. You're paying for like where to download this from, web access. There's other costs that are like get thrown in there. But the good thing is, and Scott, you can attest to this because you said it to me too, is the magazine's bigger now. It's longer. It's huge. When you go and look at it, it is huge. So I'm going to turn on the overhead cam for a second. And I went out and I don't want anyone to see my one leg. Oops. I got to redo this. Camera popped off.
Why, is it nasty?
No. But I don't know how this is going to work. Okay. So, nope, I got to edit that out because I just put my code in there. So I went out and I specifically went out and bought a new tablet. Scott, see, new tablet. The other one wasn't working right with the PDF files. And what did you say was one of the bonuses of the PDF file? While I get this ready.
Well, so the PDF file, they've linked it to videos. And they've also linked it to, so there's a Model Club TV ad in there. And if you click, and I don't know how it works on a tablet, but it definitely works on a PC or a laptop.
Works on a PC. And that's why I wanted to show it specifically on a tablet.
Yeah. If you click like the Model Club TV link, it will take you to the YouTube page. Boom, automatically. So what Dave's working on doing is linking all these ads and stuff to the company's website.
Okay, so I have this here. So if I go through, and this is one of the cool things I really like, and you know what I noticed is on this tablet, my seasickness syndrome kicks in when I get dizzy looking at this. But for people who need readers, right? First benefit to not being a magazine is I can pinch and zoom and the whole page is that one little paragraph. Like it makes it so much easier to read. And if you want to look at details on a kit, bam, it's there. Like you can zoom in as big as that photo allows you. And you can see, Scott, I know because you're not looking. Like that's from, it's huge. You can zoom in, you can see details on stuff that you would never see in a standard magazine. And if I go down to, let's see, Steve Riojas's first article here. And if I go in here, the last link on there, and again, if you want to look at details, bam, you're zooming in, you're looking at that up close and personal. And then David's doing this too, not only links to the pages of those producers, but if you click on the link where it says click here for video, the video pops up and you can go full screen on your video and you get that whole video right on your tablet. And, there's so many great possibilities, I think, that they're looking forward to that can be done in this format that couldn't happen before. So here I have David Fisher's painting article. You want to zoom in real close and see it. I mean, that's it. It's right there. Boom. It's. I think that $10 is well worth it. And if I go down what Scott was talking about, again, click there for video. I could go that. But if I want to go, let's see, I wonder if he did this one. I click on Cult TV Man's ad. It takes you right to Cult TV Man's website. Right? If you go, and like even on this from John Eubank, this alien paint job that he did, that's beautiful. If you get right in there, again, you zoom in, bam, you're looking at this super close. It never could have happened with the magazine before. But I really, 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 now that I have this working on a tablet, right, I really like it. So let me go one more thing. Just one more example. The Blackheart page. The Jim Lawrence stuff. I'm like, okay. So Scott, you know Jim Lawrence's details on his, like, it's stupid crazy. So if you want to get in there and really look at the way like his paint jobs come together, you're zooming in right up in there. And it's just, I honestly, I think it's better than a magazine. Yes, I miss the tactile, like I own a magazine instead of files, but everything's going this way. And it just, here's George's ad for Pumpkinhead. If I click on that, it takes me right to Blackheart's page. Like I think that's going to be the future of it. And if you don't like it, that's fine. But it's the only way this magazine is going to survive. And I think when Terry comes on later in a couple episodes, we'll have him talk a little bit more about it. But it sucked to see that.
And I had this guy that I was arguing with, I pulled it up. And he basically said he won't bother. He can jump on Google if he needs any reference.
Yeah.
Or just look at others' work. The internet is also free. Okay. This was the comment that just pushed Evil Scott out of the box. Okay. And and I'm going to read Evil Scott's comment because, and I replied to him specifically. And I wrote, your internet is free? Shit, I pay a monthly fee for mine. Give me the name of your company. I want to switch. Okay. And then he had talked about nobody does anything for free. And I said, as for free stuff, Jason Walker and I do Model Club TV for free. As a matter of fact, it costs us money to do it. We've had people offer us stuff for free and we say no and give it away. Have we gotten a discount or two? Yes. But overall, it cost us money and time to do it for the good of the hobby. And shit like this thread make me want to quit. However, I realized there are more good guys than whiny, entitled bitches. Yeah, I said it. Okay. And I still stick by it. Okay. If you can't afford $10, okay, let's face it. Okay. Sorry, Terry David. Okay. If you get 3 issues of AFM a year, okay, you're good. Okay.
It's an expensive hobby, right?
Yeah. Like, if you can't afford $10, okay, you're probably in the wrong hobby to begin with.
And I also commented in there, and I don't know, and I've said it on the show before, but new people might not have heard, or the writers for AFM make no money. They do it out of the love for it. We get ad space. If you need an ad, you get an ad. But if you're not a person that's interested in having an ad in the magazine, you're basically doing it for yourself and doing it just because you like it. And because of the history of it and the prestige of being in that magazine. And Terry and David, right or wrong about it, that's how it's been. That's how it's always been. And then when we get kits for review, it might, like, I know Steve and I always kind of got not the shaft, but it was like, hey, we need this article done. Will you do it? And Steve and I always were like, sure. And most of the time it's stuff we don't like or stuff we don't care about. Or like, and not stuff that we don't like in terms of, I think it's a bad kit, but it might be a subject matter I would never have bought for myself. So then I'm spending my time painting something I wouldn't have painted. Kits for review. Yeah, you get a kit, but you don't control what you get. And you might not like that kit and you don't want to turn around and sell it because then you're, shafting the person that sent that in that might have sold that copy to somebody. And you don't want to do that either, which was a problem people were doing. And I don't think that's good. I don't think it's okay to do that. Especially right after you get it. Like, come on, that's super shitty. So AFM, we're going to have Terry on, I think, when the next issue comes out, which is, I think, November. I think he said he wanted to come on in November. So, and I don't think I'm going to be in the new issue now, which is Terry. You told me September. I mean, there was a lot. There was a lot.
There was a lot, and it
was weird timing.
Yeah, it was weird timing, and then I got involved like an idiot.
Well, I don't know how to say this without sounding like pompous, but this is again I'm a bad self-promoter.
Mm-hmm.
We're in a position where people listen to what we say, which is strange. So for us to get on there and say something, I think it holds a little bit of weight. As little as our opinion matters, but it sucks to see that kind of stuff still happening. So, if you want a nice family environment, a family environment in terms of we're all in this together, not in terms of PG, head on over to the Discord and we'll try and make it work out. Ow! I bumped my head. Am I bleeding?
Yeah, you're bleeding out. I wish.
Dude, if I needed, that'd be so funny if I just started bleeding. Anyway, okay.
Like wrestling. It would be like wrestling. You should get the fake blood and go,
cut myself. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Emails, voicemails, and corrections, Scott. First, we have a voicemail.
Hey guys, this is Mark Worthling calling. Hey, I just wanted to call and talk about the cadence of the program. I think on a recent episode, Jason mentioned that you were considering going to a monthly format, and I just want to put my vote in to keep it at a bi-weekly cadence. That would be my preference, bi-weekly. So anyways, just wanted to throw that out there and let you guys, toss that around, and looking forward to the next upcoming episode. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.
This may have been the most popular. I got more feedback on the bi-monthly versus bi-weekly.
Did he say bi-weekly?
He did.
Keep it bi-weekly?
And he's wrong. So,
no, he's not.
Which brings me to the email that we got this episode. We got a couple, but I'm going to start with this one.
No, I want to start.
No. Hold on. It goes right along with this. From Tim Bash. Tim, I hope I'm slaughtering your name. I hope I'm not slaughtering.
You are.
Yeah, I am. Tim Bash. Hello, love your show. With one caveat. When Scott refers to his co-host as an idiot or a moron, I find it a little disturbing. I'm sure Scott would say he's kidding, but I don't really care. If someone were to speak to me that way, kidding or not, I would have a problem with it. Just a thought. I responded, Tim, thank you for your support. My girlfriend said the same thing, LOL. It's all in good fun. You should hear what I call him off the air. I am going to read this on the show, though. But Scott calls me a moron all the time. I call him a murderer. So,
He calls me a lot worse.
I call a lot, yeah, but he's a murderer. And Scott went blurry. You see, the ghost got you. The ghost just turned you blurry after I said that.
Ghost of what? The person I killed?
Yes. But no, we kid with each other. I can handle it. Scott has called me a moron forever.
Well,
and
so I'll address this. Okay. All right. Is certainly all done in complete fun.
Yeah.
Okay. It's all about, if you want to call it comedy, whatever, shock value. Okay. It's
okay.
It's Don Rickles humor. Yes. Okay. It really is. It's Don Rickles style humor. I realize it's not for everyone, and I apologize if it offends anyone. Okay.
And
I'll try to do better, but if you had to sit with this moron for 2 hours once every 2 weeks like I do, you'd be calling him a lot worse. Okay.
And if you had to sit around and wait for Scott for 4 hours this evening, you'd be calling him names too.
No. So,
but no, I want to go back to the Don Rickles thing. people who don't know, Don Rickles is one of your idols. Like, and he's a
yeah.
legend.
Don Rickles, Bill Burr. Yeah.
Yes, and we get it. Like, I get the roast. I get it. It's okay. It's not, and I hate breaking this wall. Like, but it's okay. We'll leave it at that. Our next email. Hey, Scott and Jason, this is from David Horvath. Hi, Scott and Jason. I really enjoyed episode 51. You both touched on some very valid points about model social media. I miss the golden age of the internet boards and the strong sense of community. With everyone spread out on Facebook, it's hard to maintain the sense of belonging to a group. The daily interaction in the threads was a lot more interactive than other formats. I'm game for anything you want to try on other platforms. I hate Facebook and how it has gutted the old boards. It has its advantages, but sure lacks that sense of family we used to have. Keep up the great work, and we'll see you bi-monthly. Big Daddy David Horvath. So someone agrees with me. Anyway, and that's kind of what I hope the Discord channel does. If you think back, the old Gremlins list, like the mailing list on Gremlins and those Gremlins chats like you were talking about, like I think there's something really cool we can do here with this. And I want to get back to more of that feeling. Because Gremlins always felt like a family. And now even like Wonderfest, the Wonderfest photo, right? That started as a Gremlins photo way back in like 97. Like that was the first time we ever did like the Gremlins photo. And then it slowly turned into the Clubhouse photo. And then it turned into the Facebook everybody photo. And I want to like, it's great, but I want everyone to kind of just coalesce.
Hey, there was a Jaeger Army photo this year.
And a Jaeger Army photo as well. You know.
We should do a model club photo.
No, I'm not doing that. We will at the barbecue. No, we will at the barbecue. That's where that photo happens.
Okay.
At the cookout.
I had a hard time with that last email still. I feel bad that he's upset about it. Okay. And it's,
I don't,
it bothers me because let me tell you, so everybody knows, if I really hated this fucker, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. Okay. All right. And if he really hated me, he wouldn't be sitting here right now either, especially as antisocial as he is. Okay.
It's funny though. Each other. Well, hold on. But it's funny that when that email came, I was like, oh man, did it sound that bad? Because Jamie said the same thing. When she watched the first, she's like, why was he calling you a moron? I'm like, it's okay. It's the character. It's okay. It's not. Yeah, it was weird. But go ahead. Sorry.
For people that don't know our history, we've known each other a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's probably only in the last
8 or
9 years.
2009.
Okay, so 10, 12 years.
Yeah.
Okay. 13 if you try
but known each other since we've both been going to known each other. Forever.
I mean, and we hung out with a lot of the same people.
Yeah.
And we would talk, and he would say, well, I'm from Lansing. And I'd be like, well, yeah, at the time I was living in Frankfurt. And I was like, I'm in Frankfurt. We should hang out. We should do something. And, at that time I didn't realize he was, a social hater. And,
And I lived in the city, I think back like a lot of
that
time.
Yeah, then you lived in the city for a while.
For a long time.
Yeah. And then when you moved back kind of out here, he stopped.
An evil woman.
Yeah, he stopped by my house and wanted to see my Rodecaster, I believe.
Yeah.
And, so we started talking more often and doing some things together. Went to John's birthday party and stuff like that. So we became better friends over that course of that 9 years.
Would you say I'm your best friend yet?
No, absolutely not.
Do I get to give a speech at your funeral? You can talk at my
Sure.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And understand, you know what? And again, I'll go back to the Don Rickles thing. It's a term of I bust everybody's balls, and everybody that knows me on this, that's known me for any length of time, knows that I do it. And
I don't know if it's a Chicago thing too. Like that's how I grew up. We ragged on each other incessantly, like making like just that's it.
Yeah.
You make fun of each other nonstop. And I don't know. It's
okay.
It's weird. Our history.
You're talking to a guy. You're talking to a guy.
How do we know each other?
You're talking to a guy that grew up with a lazy eye and
a lazy self too.
A lazy self and took a lot of crap for it. You're talking to a guy that, believe it or not, used to be skinny and now he's a big fat fuck and takes a lot of crap for it. Okay. I don't get mad about it. I realize it's all in fun. You know, my own wife will say to me sometime, "Are you looking at me with your good eye?" So, I mean, you know, even my wife will do it. It's, you know, it's all in fun. There's no malice intended. Okay.
No, none.
Okay, now we might be disagreeing.
Oh,
okay,
we disagree on a lot.
Disagree.
We disagree on a lot.
Okay. Yeah, no, we do legitimately disagree. Absolutely. Okay, but
that's part of it. Like
that's how we fight.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, Jason will say to me so many times, "That's dumb. You're so dumb." Okay, and I hate you. I hate you. What's another one of your catchphrases for me here? I hate you.
I say I hate you all the time.
Yeah. If I drop dead tomorrow,
I'll feel bad. But but how do I end every phone call?
You hung up on me today.
I did hang up on you today. Because you hung up on me.
Okay, because
and then I called you back and then I hung up on you. But
because you got ignorant. Okay.
most phone calls.
I want everyone to know what he did. He calls up, and I didn't answer the phone fast enough, apparently. Okay. And so he calls
Time
up.
out. Go back. You've been pushing this episode back. It was supposed to be on Tuesday. Then it was going to be Wednesday. Now it's Saturday, and I haven't heard from you. And I have to go back to work on Monday when this thing comes out.
Because I'm a moron.
Yeah. So I call you up like, what's going on?
And it takes me a while to answer the phone because my buddy was here that helped me move the Jupiter downstairs. And I answer the phone, and the first words out of his mouth are, "Nobody puts me in the corner."
That's not what I said.
What'd you say?
I said, I will not be ignored.
Oh, that's right. You said, "I will not be ignored."
And then I said, I'm going to boil your rabbits.
And then at that point, I took my phone and went, pink, and clicked it off. Okay. And my buddy's sitting there, and he goes, "Did you just hang up on him?" I go, "Yeah, I'll show him ignored." So, man, 30 seconds, not even 30 seconds, the phone rings again. That's when you said you'd boil my rabbit. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And so, and then when we got done with that conversation, you know,
I'm crying.
And trust me, as much as his girlfriend might have been on my ass about calling him a moron so many times that last episode, okay, she generally agrees with me, just so everyone knows. Okay, she does. She makes him call me to tell me some of the crazy shit he does. So
yeah, but then I hung up on you. But most times when I hang up the phone with you, I say I love you, and I hang up. Right?
Yeah, and you know what I say? Sure, you do.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, it's. I just want to stress it's not personal. Okay, this is the way I grew up. Okay?
And I did too. I grew up
just like
nonstop.
When I talk to our friend Brian Clark, you know, him and I start boom, 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 back and forth on each other right away. Okay.
Yeah.
Just maybe it's a Midwest thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know.
Maybe it is.
Oh, but trust me, if I don't mess with you, I don't like you.
Oh man,
I don't like you. So, and I'm not trying to get in this guy's case by any means.
No. I appreciate it. I like that someone's looking out for me. I truly appreciate it.
Yeah, like, he hooked his star to it.
That son of a bitch. He was mean to me.
Yeah. He hooked his star onto a falling star, but that's okay. He can go down with you. But no, and it's not. Again, it's there's nothing meant by. We get more stuff where people tell us how, oh, when you said this to Jason, or when Jason said this to you, or when this happened, I started laughing out loud. So again, everyone has their preferences. That we had some people that we were swearing too much and they weren't crazy about that. and I've tried to tone that down, and I'll try to tone calling Jason a moron down.
No,
Maybe we should. You know what we should have though is a moron counter. Okay, so like
I hate you.
every time Scott says moron, it ding, ding, ding. You know.
Oh man.
So anyway, I apologize if it offended you.
Well, thank you, but no, I'm good.
No, not you. It was a gentleman that wrote the email. I give a shit about you.
All right.
All right. I spent too much time on that.
That's our episode. The Cookout, September 17th. If you're interested in going, please send Scott a message on Facebook or send me an email at modelclubtv@gmail.com, and we will get the RSVP list going. And then we'll have some more details probably next episode, or even before that. I'll post it either in the Discord or on the Facebook page. So, and on the Clubhouse probably too, just so people know.
Man, maybe Greg will come with his boomerang and
dude. Yes.
How much room does he need to throw that?
I think he needs a lot. I think you have too many trees. I have a feeling. Or we could go to the park.
Okay. Well, what about if I like threw into my neighbor's yard and back, like in the back of my yard where it's pretty clear?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how much room you need for a boomerang.
But yeah, if not, we can go down under the high tension wires and do it.
Oh, that's great. As it lands on two of them and shuts out the power.
On two of them, shuts down all the power to the south side.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Oh, man. There is a kid in my old neighborhood growing up in Lansing. The power started flickering. And we're like, what is going on? And you could hear like the transformers popping and stuff. Mm-hmm. So we found out there was a farm field underneath like the high tension lines. They were taking corn stalks out of the ground and launching them up at the high tension line so that they would land across two wires, and they blew out power to the whole neighborhood.
Who was doing that? Kids or just
kids that I knew?
How did they get them up there that high?
I don't know how they were doing it, but they got them up there. Yeah, it was nuts.
That's great. You know, I hear the ones near my house crackling sometimes, like when it's damp, you can hear them crackling.
Yep. Oh yeah, I grew up. They were a block away, and you could hear them from my backyard when it rained.
Yeah, they would crackle.
We would go catch fish and frogs under those things all the time. Anyway, okay, so that's the Cookout, September 17th. Discord, please follow the link below. Check the invite. We're gonna set up chat dates on there as well. And anyone has suggestions for channels, Scott or I can make those, and we'll get that all sorted out. I hope it works.
The contest, Alien.
Yep. Aliens. Let's do it like this, like the guy from Ancient Aliens. Aliens.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And the feet, more than 57, less than 185.
Yep. We're all good. Okay.
We're narrowing it down.
For all my teacher friends going back to work this week and soon, I am sorry and wish us luck. It's going to be fun.
It's a world gone mad.
I think I only have 7 or 8 more years. Oh, God. All right. We love everybody. We love the support. Thanks for watching our show. Hopefully we have a guest next episode. And I know we have some other people that wanted to come on, but I hate the word literally, but what we've been trying to do is I'm holding out hope that this person gets in touch with me or the other person got in touch with us. So we wait till last minute and then it doesn't happen. And then we're kind of scrambling. So we're going to plan it out a little better here soon. And Dan gave us a suggestion. I'm going to look that up. All right. Scott, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, we have a lot of really good stuff in the gallery here at the end. So please watch.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.